How did you go about working for GK?
Me, I'm a teacher. When I started working for GK, she was a student. Actually, she was a volunteer.
Student leader.
Student leader. I was working in Navaisi as a coordinator for GK when I met her. Then after she graduated, she worked full time for GK. So, um, it was both a professional thing, but also slowly became very, very personal. Like for me, it was a job. At the start, I was assigned by the university to teach. She was
Um, ano ba?
student
Paano
leader.
pala?
You were student leader.
Yeah, student leader. So, I was invited and represent my school during one of the GK events. So, we had a partnership with the GK Ateneo in our school in Nueva Ecija College of the Immaculate Conception. So, from there, parang naging active na ako dun sa pag-join sa mga GK activities. Volunteer lang, pure volunteer.
Pure volunteer.
Tapos yung mga events and activities parang for GK na yung ginagawa namin.
So Sir Enam, what are your most memorable experiences in GK?
God, that will take like 24 hours and more to talk about. But no, really, I think not a particular experience, but I think I'll speak for the two of us. She's very active in student leadership. I'm very active in community service. But after going through so many groups, I think what we both found is parang a concrete action that measures up to the kind of vision that we talk about. Like whenever you join a group, they always say we will change the world, we'll make this world a better place, and you see that happening, but in small pieces. But somehow in GK, when we were there, we go to Nueva Ecija, we see something. Then we go all the way to Sulu, we see the same thing. Then you go all the way to Visayas, you see the same thing happening over and over. And then you get a sense that, God, this is not just a simple thing. That something really great is unfolding. And the thing is, the people in Sulu, in Visayas, never really talked and met each other. But it's not the houses that's amazing. It's really the culture. People like, I find students who volunteer in Nueva Ecija. I go to elsewhere. I find people like her. And I say, God, this vision is actually drawing the best out of the Filipino. And it's actually giving everyone a chance to fulfill that dream. So, kind of exciting actually.
Sir,
GK started not from a housing problem. It started from a
Youth camp.
it started from a youth camp.
Yeah. Bagong silang.
Working with troubled youth. Tama, no? So it's not a housing. So when you ask me about how GK people are not experts on housing, contrary to popular opinion. We are really on community building, working with people. Like she's not an engineer. She's a nurse by profession. I'm a philosopher by profession. But we do community building.
So more than housing talaga.
More than housing. The house is the easiest part of the work.
Siguro yung housing, more on nakikita kasi parang madali siyang makita. Pero more than that, parang yung sustainability and yung paano mo iaahon talaga sa kahirapan yung community. It's more on the programs din na ibababa and how to reach the opportunities within the community. So more on, siguro kung makikita, first talaga may community infrastructure, pero it follows the soft program. So may mga health program, may mga child and youth development program. And more than that, parang connecting with the local government unit in a bigger community din. So parang it's not the village alone, for example, 30 families to 100 families. So more than that. So ganun yung ginagawa.
so sorry kasi going back to our topic is na improvement of mass housing. So what is being done by GK in terms of mass housing?
Very little. I will tell you very little. Because mass housing is by the thousands. GK villages are 30, 100. It's only now in Sendong that we have actually engaged a bona fide mass housing program where we're building 3,000. 3,000 in Iligan. It's the first time we're attempting that, but collectively we have over 50,000 homes all over the country. But in terms of mass housing in the parlance of mass housing, it's when you build thousands in one area. That's called mass housing, or you build vertical. That's mass housing. We don't do that. So we don't do that. Okay. So diba we don't do that. Yeah. We have very few communities that number by the thousands. Like I can count them. Baseco, Paradise Heights, Santa Elena. Out of our 2,000 communities, most of them are small communities, 30, 50, 100, 200, 300. That's not mass housing.
In terms of building the houses,
very different models. In each area, we consult the local team. We just set the budget and say, ito yung budget ito yung basic elements ng design. Kailangan may shared space, ganyan. But like to actually tell everyone how to build it. If you go to different places, you'll see the same color, same basic architecture. But if you look at it very closely, it's built very differently.
Pero they're the ones who build the houses.
The local teams, the local volunteers with the local community. So, natatayo namin ng mura dahil yung madaming labor component sagot ng mga residents. So, walang bayad yung bahay except their sweat equity. So, yun, wala masyadong science yung part na yun ng GK. There's a basic template, but when you look at our material, it's really, the goal is not to build homes. The goal is to build a community. Parang, and if we can use the houses to bring a community together, we will. But otherwise, even if we don't have homes, we have communities without homes. Walang GK homes, pero we have a GK community. We have that in Bagong Silang, we have that in, just recently, itong sa NTC Village, di ba?
Sa Intramuros.
Intramuros. We have GK communities in Intramuros. Do you see GK homes there? Wala. But we have groups of people organized around the common vision of helping each other, being active volunteers. Yeah. So I wonder
Why do you parang provide communities or yung houses?
Ano lang, history. Parang sa mga kwento lang din ni Tito Tony Meloto, yung founder ng Gawad Kalinga. So parang it was started in a youth camp. So parang that time, madami silang participants sa youth camp. Pero they saw na parang every time na bumabalik yung mga bata, parang hindi pa rin nagbabago. Parang pag nasa youth camp sila, okay sila. Pero pag bumalik sila sa mga bahay nila, same parang yung nasa paligid nila, ganun pa rin. May mga magulo pa rin yung nasa paligid nila. So parang yung group ng nila Tito Tony, actually, yun yung sa Couples for Christ, nung mga kasama ni Tito Tony doon. So parang they had this dream na parang, why not ayusin natin yung lugar nila para parang nagbo-values formation yung mga bata, pero gusto din nilang baguhin na yung nakapaligid sa kanila, yung pamilya na inuuwian nila. So, yun lang, nangarap lang sila na, okay, sige, ayusin natin yung isang bahay. So, from their own pockets, naglabas na, nagpadugo yung term namin sa Gawad Kalinga. Nagpadugo yung mga kasama nila. Then, they built the house. Then, nakita nila yung transformation ng family na yun. So, parang doon nagsimula yung building houses na dapat colorful para kasi nakakapagbigay ng hope dun sa mga kapitbahay at sa mga residents ng mga community. So doon nag-start yun. Then naging isang program na din ng Gawad Kalinga yun. Pero more than that, parang yun, kapag nakapag-build na yung mga ibang communities namin, parang nakapag-build na ng mga houses, pero hindi lang doon nagtapos. Parang nagko-continue na paano ba magpapatuloy yung pag-grow, pag-empower ng community. So doon pumapasok yung mga ibang programs namin. So,
In your personal opinion, ano po yung pinaka-fulfilling in this
fulfilling. Ang lalim. Ang lalim.
I want to hear this.
Oo. Hindi kasi kanina, nung tinanong din kay Kuya Mark, siguro yung kung ano yung memorable at fulfilling na part. Wala din akong maisip na specific na event or activity. Siguro everyday kasi parang lifestyle ko na siya, parang 24/7 na kami na on call kung saan kami tawagan, ganyan. So parang, naiisip ko lang talaga, pag pumikit ako, tapos in-imagine ko kung ano yung fulfilling na yun yung time na kapag nasa community ako at nakikita ko yung mga faces ng mga kapitbahayan, yung mga residents ng GK site. Pag nakikita ko yung mga faces ng mga kids, yung mga civil kids, yung mga daycare students, pag sila yung mga kalaro mo, pag nakikita ko yung faces nila na wala naman akong binibigay na material thing or wala akong binibigay na money for them. Pero yung the mere na yung presence lang, nakita nila. So parang yun yung yung isa dun sa fulfillment. Pero siguro aside from that din, dahil medyo active ako sa managing the volunteers, yung mga tao na pumupunta doon sa mga GK sites or tumutulong at nare-realize nila yung pagmamahal nila sa bayan. Parang every time na nagkakaroon kami ng gatherings or may mga nakakausap ako ng mga volunteers, isa yun doon sa fulfillment kasi parang youth advocate kasi ako, mas gusto ko na ipa-realize o ipadama doon sa mga kabataan na parang love your own town, love your own country. Kasi mahalin mo yung kapwa mo Pilipino. So, doon ako, yung dalawang phase na yun, parang nai-inspire ako kapag nakakatulong sa ibang community. Pero more than that, yung mga tao din na dinadala natin sa community. So, both may transformation sa dalawang side. So,